The Hex token. If you've not heard of it, you've probably been under a cryptocurrency rock for the last 2 years or so since it's come out. It's been a bit controversial. It's been a bit profitable. I'm just going to go through the basics of it, how it works, what it is, and then talk a little bit about Pulsechain, which is looks like it's going to launch here in the next couple of weeks or so, and then PulseX and how those two relate. All right, let's get straight into this one. So the Hex token is basically a blockchain CD, the first of its kind. You purchase Hex tokens and you stake them, or basically you put them away for a certain length of time and you are paid a percentage, an APY, up to 40% APY, depending on how long you stake. Now you can stake from anywhere from 1 day to 5,555 days, which basically is a little over 15 years. I know it might seem a little odd for you to try to stake something for 15 years when the crypto market's really only been around for 13. But that's what they offer. And if you want to get those high APY, that's what you're going to have to do. So just like a bank offers a CD where you can take your money and you can have them hold it for you, it gets locked up for a certain amount of time, 6 months or a year, and they give you 1%, 2% if you're lucky. That's how you can make a little bit of money by basically locking your money up for some length of time at a bank. The bank then uses your deposits to get cheap money from the government so that they can loan that out and they can make lots of money and then pay you very little. This is what is your standard banking system right now. Hex wants to obviously overcome that and give you a slightly better deal than your less than 2%. So they've come out with Hex token. And basically what it does, it has an inflation rate. It's pegged, I believe, 3.69%, which has the ability to mint more tokens to give you those tokens. But it's also designed for staking, which also helps the value of the Hex token go up. So you're earning money on your Hex tokens. There's no central authority. There's no overhead. There's no bonuses they have to pay for this. There's no referrals. So there aren't any other fees to be incurred. Just as a bank has a lot of overhead, they have a building to maintain, they've got people to pay, they've got insurances. Hex doesn't have any of that. Just like with most cryptocurrencies, there's nearly zero overhead. Hex has gone up since it started over 9,400x, which is amazing. For a coin or a token that was claimed to be a Ponzi, and I don't know Richard Hart personally, I don't know all the ins and outs of this one. I cannot tell you if it is a scam or it is a legit project or if it's going to go forever. But in the cryptocurrency world, this has been going strong for a year plus. And there's a lot of people out there who've made a lot of profit, and it has an enormous community behind it. 93,000 stakeholders as of now. And when they launched, unlike a lot of cryptocurrency projects, which basically you're a VC, you're a venture capitalist, you're giving them money so that they can start their project with all of the promises that they're making, and they're delivering to you right off the bat nothing. There is no working product or project or service. What you have is promises. Hex token launched as a fully finished and functional product. So there was no pre-sale. There was no give me money first and then I'm going to give you something later. This thing was already ready to run right out of the gate. So I'm currently not in Hex. I have not purchased any. I heard about it about, I'm going to say 6 to 8 months ago, watching a video of Richard Hart, who is the founder of Hex token. Didn't really care for him at the time. Very brash, flashy, cocky, clearly wants to be the number one guy and wants everybody to know that he's the number one guy. So it kind of turned me off a bit. So I really just turned the channel, kept on going. Didn't really pay much attention to it, although I have seen video clips and people talk about the profits they've been making. And that should have been probably a wake-up call for me to go back and do a little more research on this. But I did not until today, or not today, but recently. So what's the future of Hex? Well, I don't know. Nobody knows. I know that there are a ton of stakeholders in this. It is still moving very well. Right now, it's sitting at about 11 cents. And over the last 6 months, 7 months, I mean, it's been pretty stable when the market has just been taking a dive, a nosedive, Hex has actually moderated that decline fairly well. So this is their price chart. As you can see, it's just over 11 cents at the time I'm recording this. And that is Hex. There's a little bit more to it. Hex is on the Ethereum blockchain. So you can store this basically in your MetaMask wallet or any other decentralized exchange. You can track it on Coinbase, but it is not available for purchase on Coinbase. Currently, a market cap of $65 billion worth of Hex tokens are out there. So they've got a lot of social media channels here. They're on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram. They got a YouTube channel. So there's a lot of good things going on with Hex. I'm really bullish about the Hex token, what's going to happen in the future. I think I may actually pick up some of this and do some staking of my own. Now let's move on to the Pulsechain. Pulsechain is another project by Richard Hart. Pulsechain's goal is to basically be an Ethereum equivalent. It's looking to enhance Ethereum's capabilities. It's basically, if you break it all down, mimicking the entire ecosystem from Ethereum. So on the Pulsechain, just like the ERC20 token is on the Ethereum blockchain, Pulsechain is going to be the Ethereum blockchain. It's going to be the Pulsechain, right? So they're going to have their own PLS or Pulse token, which is just like having an Ethereum token, but on the Pulsechain. For every project and every token that's out there that's held on the ERC20 blockchain, there's going to be a copy of the Pulsechain. So if you have an NFT that's based around the ERC20 token, you're going to get a Pulse equivalent airdropped into your wallet without doing anything. If you hold Ethereum tokens, you're going to get the PLS token, the Pulse token, airdropped into your wallet, which is going to be the largest airdrop in crypto history. So you're going to get a copied version of everything you have. Now, I don't know what the value of the Pulse version is going to be. This is going to help bring additional value to Ethereum holders and Ethereum NFT holders. So that is part of the reason they're developing the Pulsechain. The Pulsechain also looks to lower fees and have higher throughput than the current Ethereum blockchain. We know Ethereum has just sometimes insanely high fees, makes it really prohibitive to make purchases when you're paying, $50, $80, $100, $200 just in fees just to purchase some tokens or an NFT. So that is another reason they're building this blockchain. Pulsechain can be staked just like Hex tokens can. You'll be able to trade and swap tokens from the Pulsechain network to the Ethereum blockchain and vice versa. There's going to be an ePulse, which is the Ethereum Pulse to the Ethereum pair right here on Uniswap on the Ethereum network. And since you're going to get free tokens when they airdrop, if you have Ethereum or Ethereum-based tokens or NFTs, those things obviously, I believe at some point are going to gain in value, which is going to give you free money. So PulseX is going to be the swap function for Pulsechain. So just like Uniswap is to Ethereum, PulseX is going to be to Pulsechain. So you'll be able to swap and purchase any of the Pulse tokens, and you'll be able to see these Pulse tokens on your MetaMask just like you do. You would just switch networks just like you do from BNB over to Ethereum and back. So you'll be able to just switch over to the Pulse blockchain to see all of your Pulse tokens. And here they're going over again, what is Hex? What is Pulsechain? Energy efficient, cheaper, faster, fee burning Ethereum fork. Basically every token on Ethereum will be copied over to the Pulsechain. Every ETH holder is going to get free Pulse. The sacrifice portion here they're talking about has been over for a while. That was for earlier investors in order to sacrifice some of their tokens. Some of that money went to medical charities, and some of them are going to get, all of them are going to get airdropped Pulse tokens once the Pulsechain launches. So what do I think about all of this? Where is this all going to go? Well, there was a lot of naysayers and a lot of negativity surrounding Hex when it started. Obviously, they've done a fantastic job. The community is huge and people are making money. So I think Hex is going to be around for a while. it might be one you might want to take a look at, do some research yourself. Pulsechain may be a game changer. I'm not sure exactly how the launch is going to go with the biggest airdrop in crypto history. It's going to need to go smoothly. They could have a lot of little issues to work out for a certain period of time. But I think if this thing gets up and running, this really could bring a whole new energy to the crypto space. So Pulsechain, it could definitely be a game changer. I know that word gets used a lot, but it really could. And if you get in early, who knows what can happen. PulseX also, just like Uniswap or PancakeSwap on the BNB network, is going to have the X token, the PulseX token. So there you have it. As always, if you liked my content, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe if you want to see more. I appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good night.